Alright guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about Dragonheir Silent Gods. It's been more than 1 week since my last video on the game. Yeah, I was a little busy IRL, but today I decided to make a video talking about the state of this game. Because I did see some drama recently regarding the free rewards. We'll get into that in this video. But anyways, overall, the game, there are a lot of negativities right now about this game. All right, let's be honest. And roughly 1 month ago, there was another really popular game came out called AFK Journey, and I did spend a lot of time on that game. And well, let me just give you guys my honest opinion. I think Dragonheir is a better game than AFK Journey. Yeah, I don't know if people agree. Like, the two games, AFK Journey and Dragonheir, they're actually very similar game. They're both seasonal, right? They are both like real-time combat instead of turn-based. You know what I mean? It turns out that in AFK Journey, they also have seasonal reset. They do have a base version of the game. Then on top of that, they do seasonal reset. So it's actually very, very similar to games. And after spending so many hours in both games, like, this is just a better one. Like, the reason that AFK Journey is so much popular than this one is that they have a much more experienced marketing team or development team. Like, they are from a very big game studio, but for Dragonheir Silent Gods, this is from a brand new mobile game studio. That's from my understanding. Right? So I would say this game has so much potential. Like, the thing is, I do think whoever is doing the marketing or whoever is designing those events, these people, I just feel like they don't really understand how a gacha game should work in the mobile industry. You know, like, I would say this game is just pretty much better than AFK Journey in every way. Other than the world exploration, the only part that I think AFK Journey did better than this one is the world exploration. It actually feels fun. Like, I would say there are so many world challenge, but on Dragonheir, there's not much to do around the whole world. Like, the open world, there's not much to do. But other than that, for the combat, for the hero, for the gears, like, this game is so much better, but it has a long way to go. There are so many places that can be better for this game, and I would say right now, the game is not in a good state. Alright, it can be so much better. First of all, let's talk about the recent drama. Like, I did see a video from Stu. I know Stu for a couple years now. We made racial awareness videos back in the days. We did that for a couple years, then Stu switched to Dragonheir. So did I. Alright, so there is a reward screen like this. So you log in 7 days, you get a legendary champion and a legendary artifact, but it's only accessible for Season 1 players. The developers are basically saying they want to do this to attract more people. They want to do this to attract more people, and they're saying that the reason that they did not put this type of rewards into Season 2 and Season 3 is due to some technical difficulty, because every season is implemented differently. That's what they're saying. I do believe that. I don't think they're lying about this. For me personally, I'm okay that the game gave a little bit more rewards to the new player. So new player is gonna catch up a little bit faster. Honestly, in this game, it's a little bit different, because in the current way of their game design, the current Season 1 player, if you're on Season 2 or Season 3, the current Season 1 player will never play with you, ever. They will always be like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months behind you, right? Unless they change that in the future, which I hope they do, okay? Because the current seasonal design is such a disaster. It is causing a big backlash, right? Because right now, from my understanding, they're probably still opening new servers every week. I don't know if it's every day, but I do think it's every week. They open a brand new server. All the new players are gonna start from day 1 of season 1. This is just causing a huge disaster, and the content creators are saying that over and over again, right? Right now, it's about half-year anniversary for this game's release, and what the developers or the studio is doing is they have to maintain all 3 seasons. They have to optimize the season 2 content, the season 1 content, right? If everybody just start and finish the season at the same time, what they can do is maybe just they only need to focus on content that is the most recent season. They don't have to go back to season 1 and season 2 anymore. Yeah, again, developers, they did respond to this suggestion that content creators saying that everybody should start in the same timeline, right? Start same season. What they're saying is currently they already have 3 seasons. They do have technical difficulty to just merge everything into the same timeline. They said, yeah, it's due to technical difficulty. They cannot do that. But again, I know it's difficult, but if they don't fix it now, it's gonna be a huge problem going into the future, right? Imagine going into season 5, season 6. The new player is going to start in season 1, day 1, season 1. And when we have season 6, the developers or the studio, they need to maintain 6 seasons. They need to do optimization for 6 seasons. And they said that every season things are implemented differently. So this is a huge disaster. Let's say going into season 10, they're gonna maintain 10 different seasons, 10 different type of servers at the same time. That's gonna be a huge disaster. And I have never ever seen any mobile game do this, right? They don't really separate players by server, but more accurately, they separate player by timeline. If a player starts this game 2 weeks behind you, they will never be able to play with you, right? They will never have the same content as you. Like, that is not good. That is just really not good. And there are, like, the drama like this, people are angry about the way they implement things. The fundamental reason that this happened is because the issue I just said. Like, new players are starting from season 1. This should not be good. And here, I'm going to provide a solution or suggestion to the devs, okay? Because I see AFK Journey is doing this, and I think it works. So what AFK Journey is doing is, that game is also seasonal. They have a base version of the game where there are storyline and world exploration, similar to everything in Dragonheir back in season 1. Like, season 1's storyline will last about 1 month in this game. So what AFK Journey is doing is like all the world quest or storyline and world challenges, stuff like that. This is not a seasonal content. This is kind of like a baseline version of the game. After the player finish the baseline version of the game, they can get into seasons. Right? I think this is what the developer need to do in this game. Just make the first month of season 1 a base version of the game. Alright. If players want to get into seasons, they need to finish the world exploration, the main campaign quest line, and then they can get into the seasons. They can get into the most recent season. So after they finish storyline, which will take them about 1 month, they can get into season 3, season 4 right away. They can just skip the first 2 seasons, right? This is going to make the game much better, right? And yeah, I think this is the best solution so far, right? I understand that develop a big open world like this, inputting all these storyline takes a lot of time and effort, and the developers, they want players to experience that. They don't want people just skip that and get into the late game farming, and that's okay. That's why I suggest just make that experience a baseline version of the game. yeah, I think what AFK Journey is doing is a server need to be like 30 or 40 days old to be able to get into the most recent season, right? And if the season 1 is over, the new players should not be able to do that season again. They should just get right into the most recent season. That's how a seasonal game should be, right? Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense though. I just think like going into season 5, season 6, if new players starting season 1, that's just I don't know what else to say. That's a little bit wrong, you know, because I see currently like the popularity of this game is keep going downhill, right? Like I see the Reddit member is like 7,000 or something. Reddit community member. When I check AFK Journey, a game that is I feel is inferior to this one, but from a much popular developer or studio, has like 100,000 Reddit community member already. Why is that? I don't think it's because the developers of this game did a bad job in marketing, right? It's just, yeah, there are so many different reasons. Like the game combat and champion design and the gear set stuff, these are good, right? But the system in this game just lacks something, right? I don't know if the developers play their own game. Like, you almost feel like there are a lot of systems in this game that have issue. It can be so easily fixed, and almost feel like the reason that these are not fixed is that whoever is designing this game, they don't play their own game, right? Maybe they do it just as a job. They don't really love it. Almost feel like that kind of things. This game has a lot of flaw, right? But the most fundamental flaw is season system, right? Let player finish the baseline version, finish the campaign, and get into the most recent season. That's it. That's the solution. Alright? If they have technical difficulty to merge all different timelines into one, I would say just force it to merge. Like, force the season to end. I'm sorry, Season 1 and Season 2 players. Would you be happy if your season ends right away, and you can start Season 3 right away? Like, as for the leaderboard rewards, it's going to end wherever you are. Like, instantly. Let's say if your current season just ends tomorrow, and you're gonna finish wherever you are tomorrow, and you can start Season 3. Will you be happy about that? I think most of people will be happy about that, because I do think most of people want to experience the most recent content, right? Instead of playing something that was already there for 6 months, and you know that nothing will change. You know exactly for the next 6 months what's gonna be added into the game, right? I don't think that's fun. I think most people want to play the most recent content. Alright. As for the other flaws in the game, there are just way too many. There are just way too many. Season 3, the biggest flaw is there's nothing new in Season 3. Other than the mythical artifact. I really like mythical artifact, to be honest. Like this thing. Other than this, it's the exact same thing to Season 2. There's nothing new. And as for Arena, they did make Arena more time-saving. You don't have to go through all the battles. I think it's okay. Like, this Arena fix is not really the type of fix I'm looking for. Yeah. Like, the type of Arena fix I was looking for is they should make like a heal reduction mechanic and a block revive mechanic going into the battle, right? So people cannot just put 5 healers or 5 tanks there. That's the major reason. I think having to watch your arena battle, I think to me it's fine, even though you can auto. Because if you watch arena battle, you know exactly what's going on. But I guess some people don't like that. But again, like, PvP could be so much better than making this quick challenge, right? In other gacha games like Rage Alliance, PvP was the most interesting area in the game. right? People are like, those mega krakens are not just investing money, they're actually brainstorming to come up with a good comp to compete in arena. That was like, in other gacha game, PvP is the most engaging content in the game. But in this game, it's probably one of the worst content in the game. It's just boring overall. Like, instead of trying to fix arena, they just add a quick challenge so you don't have to watch battle. To me, this is an L. Okay, I don't like this at all. Alright, people might disagree, but I'm just saying my opinion. As for other stuff, what else? Yeah, let's talk about Guild Boss, Vortex, right? Again, I do think there is a champion balance issue, right? If you take a look at my server, the top 10 top 9 are all over 200 million. Let's take a look at what champion they're using. Okay, Rook, Roshan, same thing, Roshan. Alright, number 6 is me. I'm using a fire team doing 230 million damage. And a corrosion team. Let's take a look at number 10. A corrosion team. Okay, so 9 people out of 10 on my server is using the exact same comp. A corrosion team. Alright, except me, who don't have Rook. I do think it's a little bit imbalanced, right? I know there are content creators and people in the community are saying that it's fine. Every season they should be a power creep thing. It's fine. They should not nerf Rook. I'm just crying because I don't have Rook. I hear a lot of voices like that. I'm just gonna say, like, I'm okay if the developer think Rook is fine, but my opinion is that the champion is a little bit overpowered. Like, I would say, like, nerf this champion's damage by 30%. This guy will still be the #1 DPS in the game. That's how good he is. And when people are saying power creep is a normal thing, yeah, I do think it's a normal thing in the game, but this is not, power creep should not be something that player wish for, right? Even though this is a normal thing, developers do that to gacha game all the time, but not having power creep is something we should hope for, right? Not just hope for we have power creep, so we're gonna spend more money, right? We're gonna get the logic right? So, again, I think it's a little bit too powerful, the champion Rook. But developers, if they don't want to nerf it, I'm okay with that, right? Because Vortex is only a very, very small part of a seasonal ranking system. Like, you can finish top 10, even if you don't, you rank very low in Vortex, it's gonna be fine, right? If you just do the Continental Challenge and other world exploration, you have high rank. You don't really need Vortex. Okay, so the next thing, the gear farming. Like, I do think right now we just not have enough energy. Straight up, like, you are just not having enough energy. All right. What they should do is, for this daily refresh, every single refresh should be 50 gems. And you can buy it 4 times a day, that's fine. But every single refresh should cost 50 gems. So everybody's gonna buy 4 times a day. Right now, I'm not even spending this 100 gems for a refresh. I'm just gonna save for the Halloween dice, right? And it's just not fun when you are not having enough energy, right? Stamina, whatever. And there's no special pack in the special shop offer or pack in the store. There's nothing you can buy other than spending this. Like, I don't even buy these anymore. Like, I don't know why every time they put a special pack in the shop, they have to put Master Scroll on it. I don't understand why. Like when you don't need Master Scroll anymore, this is a terrible deal. Like, I don't even buy this. This refreshes every season. Who buys this other than when you're in season 1, right? Once you get into season 2, you're not even gonna touch this. It's terrible value. just put some shop offer that has energy and Halloween dice. How about that? Like, if you don't want to put energy in it, just put shop offer with Halloween dice only. How about that? Right? Even if they put like gear set offer, I will probably buy it. Right? I know it's gonna get wiped at the end of the season, right? But if they put gear set packs here, I think some people are gonna buy it, right? And as for the gear farming, you know, the first 30 days, the drop rate is like garbage. That's why, like, I feel like the developers, they just straight up don't play their own game. Like, if they actually spend 30 days, play through their first 30 days of the season, they will know how awful it is, right? They could just straight up remove this drop rate stuff. Like, why do they have to make first 30 days of the season have such low drop rate? You're pretty much not going to get a legendary artifact, legendary gear set here, right? And the mythical is pretty much non-exist. On the first 30 days of the season, I do see people get one mythical artifact from dungeon out of 200 runs. 1 out of 200. That's the first month of the season. So, yeah, my suggestion to the developers is just play your own game and see how you can make this game better. All right, so yeah, I don't want to shitting on this game any longer. I think it's an amazing game. I just feel like after comparing it to AFK Journey, this is a superior game, 100%. But there are some system in the game that is really making the game dying, okay? This seasonal stuff, everybody is on a different timeline. And the marketing team, like the developers, they have a Discord server, but they never put out any communication. All the communications are from their community managers. There's no communication between the developers and the player base. We don't even know if our advice are actually delivered to the developers. They could just be bullshitting us, right? So, yeah, hope this game gets better. The game has huge potential, but the current state of the Dragonheir Silent God is it's going downhill, and they can do something to stop that, right? They can do something to make this game better, and they should do that sooner than later, right? Sooner than later. Fix the season, fix the game. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna talk about. Let me know what you guys think, right? and every time I put out a Dragonheir video on my channel, there are people commenting there, telling me to switch a game. Yeah, I just feel like the popularity is not there for this game. Like, I hope the developers fix this game. And yeah, I wish this game gets better. Alright, I'll see you guys in a video soon. Bye.